Hey guys, I apologize that I am a little late in getting in here. I was just trying to get everything ready. But welcome back to another episode of the Movie Buzzer Live. So today, yes, we're going to talk about the Venom Let There Be Carnage rating that was released. They had just released the official trailer, not trailer, official poster a few days ago on confirming the October 15th or the October date, but they had pushed it back to. And now the official rating has came out of what this movie is going to be rated. And lo and behold, it's PG-13. No surprise from me. I'm sorry. Um, the first movie was rated PG-13. I knew this one was going to be rated PG-13 too. And when I seen that, I went immediately to the comments because I know where people were going to go with this. And they even said in the article that I read that it was basically going to piss off fans, disappoint fans, but it wasn't rated R. And I have said this till I'm blue in the face. It doesn't have to be rated R, but just here's what it is. Andrew already came in with a chat for us. I get Carnage is all about blood and gore, but as Rob said once, not every film needs to be rated R, and that is perfectly true. I've also said this till I'm blue in the face as well. Um, I know a lot of people feel that it should be rated R. Carnage is a murderer, he's a killer, and everything. But you can have that without being fucking R rated. You just cut it, either like do a cutaway scene or you do, you get the gist of what's happening regardless. And yeah, he's going to still fucking kill people like crazy probably in this fucking movie, but you're just not going to see all the blood and gore, which we don't fucking really need. Um, you want, and the thing is, it is all about, a lot of it is all about money when it comes to this. I mean, Sony, yes, that's the whole reason why they pushed it back also a little bit farther. It's PG-13. You want to attract as many people into this as you possibly can. You put it as R rating, you automatically lose a lot of your audience because then kids who like these characters got to now sneak into theaters or buy another ticket for another movie that would be out at the same time just to go see it. So, like I said, it doesn't. Movies don't need to be rated R. They don't have to be, um, unless I mean they're just filled with fucking gore and people like Blade, Deadpool. They need to be rated R. No, they fucking don't. Comic books are not rated R. Um, to begin with. Certain, I think, like certain Image comics maybe have that type of rating, the mature rating, kind of like what video games have and everything. But the source material isn't rated R. It is PG-13. So, and I think a lot of people just need to. You just really need to get over it. I'm just saying, get over it. The fact that it's going to be PG-13, and I'm going to say right now, just like Ryan right here says, Deadpool, you're going to need to get used to it. Deadpool is going to be rated PG-13 when it comes out. The third movie comes out. One second, sorry. But yeah, Deadpool is going to be rated PG-13, and you don't have to have an R rating. You really don't, as long as you make your movie good. And that's what's going to make or break this movie. Is it going to be good? And yes, I've been on the fence about it. I have been on the fence about this movie ever since I knew it was coming out. And that's only because of the first one, the first Venom movie. He is my favorite character. I am very partial to the original, to the origin story of him, the everything to do with Venom. I like, but it's just, and I know this is supposed to be a different interpretation of it, and just it's hard to get over it. And to me, the movie wasn't that great. Um, I was not enthused about the movie, and I think a lot of that, the first movie, it's for me, it's yes, it's the Spider-Man factor of it. I mean, it is, and I tried to watch it as a Venom movie, but when I know what Venom's actual origin story is, it kind of hurts it a little bit. Um, am I? I'm not. It's I am and I ain't looking forward to this movie. Um, I like the fact that Andy Serkis is directing it, so I'm thrilled about that. I'm Woody Harrelson playing Cletus Cassidy Carnage looks really looks really good. I'm doesn't look like there's an issue there. Hopefully it will be better. Hopefully it will be good. As far as that part, it's a lot of the Venom shit that I have the problem with this fucking movie. Um, and it's just yeah. Oh my god, I can't stand it. So Ryan says, do you feel if Scarface was PG-13 instead of R rating, and without the language in the dialogue, would have been a good movie if as PG-13 instead of R? Well, Ryan, I'm sorry to say, I have never watched Scarface. Was never into really watching it. Um, so I can't really base on that one alone. Um, I'm trying to think. Like for me, one that comes to mind that's in an older movie like that would be RoboCop. RoboCop was rated R, and I mean it had a lot of classic scenes in that fucking movie as well. Um, would it have been as good without them? I think the movie still probably would have been solid. RoboCop would have still been a solid movie, but a lot of what I remember of RoboCop is the scenes from the movie, especially like when he's getting blown to blown half to hell. You know, um, so and that's the thing. A movie can be solid at PG-13. Can it be better at R? Yes. I will say yes. A movie can be better rated R, but does it have to be? No, I don't think it has to be. Um, just as an adult fan, yes, I would want to rate it. I want to rate it R. I do, and I'm just like I want to continue with the rated R Deadpool's. I like the rated R version. Um, but like I'm saying, it doesn't have to be as long as the movie is solid and the movie is good. Um, Red Super says rated R or not, as long as they stay true to who Carnage is, I'm absolutely fine with it too. And the thing is, like I said, they can make Carnage exactly who he is supposed to be and everything. And the only difference is when he's about to tear somebody fucking apart, it's going to just show like it's going to kind of show away and like show blood splashing on the walls or something like that, or like a shadow of him slicing them up or something like that. I mean, that's what they can end up showing, and that's what it can be. The only movies I feel that ever could be even rated R are horror movies. Um, movies like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, the Halloween series. When you make those PG-13, it would not be the same. That would not be the same. That's a totally different genre. This is that's based on horror, based on gore, based on blood. This is not based on that. I mean, these characters were not credited that way. Just like Alien versus Predator, when it was made PG-13, it went off. It didn't do as good because you took something that was originally R and made it PG-13. That's where something's different. And I know you could probably make the same case about Deadpool as well. Well, the original movies were rated R, but the source material isn't. So that's where it comes from. Is the source material. So Ryan says pretty much comic book movies, mostly Marvel, has changed source materials for M the comics to the movies a lot, and Marvel made billions of money, and people love the movies. Marvel, um, and like I said, this is definitely a a studio wanting to make money off this movie because, like I said, you cut out you cut out part of your audience that loves comic book movies and loves this genre right now, which is your younger audience. PG-13, you can get people in the seats. You can get the teenagers who are out on dates and stuff like that. Hey, babe, can I go? Let's go watch Venom. You know, and girls are into it as well, these days and stuff like that. My daughter's been really ever since the No Way Home trailer, she's been really into Spider-Man really a lot, which makes me a proud dad. But she's been watching the older movies and stuff like that because she's wanting to get ready for the new one. She more than likely is going to see Venom Let There Be Carnage with me. I've had to kind of school her and tell her, I've given her what the origin stories are and stuff like that. So, um, just doing what I can with it. But I mean, at least now going into this, I know it's not going to be, too gory. Even though I know, come on, I took my daughter to go see Scream 4 when it came out, and she was like 5, 6. So yeah, I was taken to go see the first Pet Cemetery when I was 6. I seen Pet Cemetery, RoboCop, Predator, Jaws 4. I seen all them movies. Jaws 4 was a bad movie, but I'm just saying it was an R-rated movie. I went and seen all them movies the year they came out. I was 6 years old, so I do for what my kids what my parents did for me. But still, like I said, doesn't need to be. Ryan says, I agree. Some movies need to be R rating. Like for Saving Private Ryan, you need to have a realism of the movie to make the film goers invested in the characters and the story. Certain things can be. Certain movies, depending on what your story you're trying to tell. But it also, the source material is another big key as well. Like I said, these characters are not R rated in the books, so therefore they don't necessarily need to be R rated for movies. And I know they did it with Logan. Logan was a R rated Wolverine. Did it need to be? Fuck no, it didn't need to be. How I could care less if it was rated R just because he just showed the fucking claw actually in the damn dude's head. And then X-23 fucking cutting off people's heads and shit. Didn't need to be. It's just me. Was it R? I still think people have Logan just too high rated. And I think it's because of the fact that it's rated R. It's a good movie, but it ain't, to me, a best movie by far. In fact, I hardly ever go back and rewatch that movie. But my opinion, guys, my opinion. This is me. You guys heard how to like it. Just that it's a good movie. Not my cup of tea where I want to watch it all the time though. Andrew says, I think Venom versus Carnage will be badass. I'm hoping, because the trailer, when he goes and runs and hides basically back in the eddy, saying, "Oh, it's the red one." Why is Venom fucking hiding from Carnage? See, scenes like that and that fucking breakfast scene are just like, that's not fucking Venom. Oh my god, it just irritates the fuck out of me when I see shit like that. That's what bugs me about this movie. I think Carnage is going to be fucking legit. I really do. I really think Carnage is going to be legit for this fucking movie. But I just, oh my god, it's the Venom shit that I can't stand. I like the look of Venom. I like Tom Hardy. I don't like what they've done with the script for Venom though. And I'm hoping Andy Serkis does a good job with this. He's a great director and everything. I really would like to see it. But oh my god, it bugs me. It worries me that this movie is just not going to be good. I really don't. I'm still looking for more to Halloween that weekend. I know and the thing is, that's going to bug me too. The day that this comes out is the same day Halloween comes out, but I'm gonna probably end up watching Halloween with the family the weekend. So I'm gonna have to go see Venom first, and then oh, I can't. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can. I'm because like this weekend, I know a lot of people are going to be watching Shang-Chi a lot tomorrow night. Because I think Rob's going to do a live review tomorrow night. I will not be on that. Due to the fact that I will not be seeing Shang-Chi until Thursday. I'm not Thursday. I mean Sunday, because I am seeing it with the family. So, I'll be doing a live review. That'll probably be actually my next live stream. I don't think I'll be doing one tomorrow night because Rob will be on doing his live review of Shang-Chi, and I don't get on the same time they do. Just that way we're not competing for viewers or anything like that. I don't like doing that. And then of course we're heading into the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, more than likely not going to be. That's my family time usually. So yes, it will probably be my next live stream will probably be Sunday night when I review Shang-Chi. Um, anyway, Ryan says you can look at the Pixar movies, which all ages love, or like those movies. They are smart by making those movies for kids and also having adult themes for adults to have for all ages to enjoy. And that is true. That is true. You know, they do throw in those adult jokes that only adults will get, but yet they're kids. They're based on for kids, and that's kind of like how I've also said that's kind of the way the He-Mans are. You have Revelations that is geared towards to my age. It continues the Masters of the Universe story. Continues the Masters Universe story. It's for more adults. Where the new He-Man in the Masters Universe that's getting ready to come out on Netflix, that is guaranteed geared towards children and not towards us. Because when you look at as an adult looking at that shit, I'm like, that is the dumbest shit. Because when they make it more SpongeBob-y like, or look at Thundercats War, where they made it look like Teen Titans Go. You have some that are geared towards kids, and I mean, because that's what you want to do. You want to bring in kids to your you aim for that audience, and just like this, Venom Let There Be Carnage, PG-13. Now you can go for those teenagers to bring into more audience. So you're going to advertise on like TikTok and um, Twitter and all that kind of stuff to bring that audience in because you have the masses of the teenagers who can come see it, and now you got more people, parental guidance that can come. Parents can go see it and everything, and it's not as gory. It's not like Saw where they're fucking ripping out tongues and shit like that. By the way, I watched Spiral. I thought that was actually a really good movie. Um, Ryan says, well, at least if you see Venom first, if you hate it, at least you knock that out first and last to enjoy Halloween last to get Venom out of your mind. That is, Ryan, that's great. That is exactly a good point. Because I got a feeling I just have a feeling I'm gonna walk out of Venom just like at best, at best. I think I'm gonna walk out of Venom. Meh, it was all right. It was an alright movie, you know. But at worst, I'm gonna walk out Spider-Man 3ish and just fucking hate it. And I mean, just fucking loaded it. Hey David, how's it going, sir? Um, but yeah, I know I'm seeing it, but like, yeah, it's gonna be what it is. I remember when I watched the first Venom. Let's go back to when I watched the first Venom. I walked out and I said it was meh at best because he looked like Venom. I didn't care for the story too much, and there was a lot that bothered me. But I mean, a movie should to be to be good for me. A movie should be able to, when I put it on, I should be able to fucking finish it. And I have still yet to finish it at home, and I've had it for forever. and I still can't never get through it. I get as probably as far as She Venom when Venom goes on to uh, Michelle Williams' character. That's about as far as I think I get into the movie every time. It's just it's hard. It's hard to watch that movie. It's just it wasn't that great. But yet I know I watch, and there's movies I watch that if I told you guys I watch, you'd be like, really? You watch that shit over that? Maybe I find some enjoyment out of them. Maybe there's sometimes I go back to a movie that I haven't watched in forever, and try to give it another go. I know recently I did watch Spider-Man 3 all over again, and every time, I mean, it's like cringy every time I'm watching it. But there was parts about it I actually enjoyed in that movie, though, so therefore I can see parts, but it's just like, yeah, when it gets to the Venom part of it, it's like, oh, well, except for when he gets the suit. I love when how he gets the suit. Ryan says, of your gut feeling about Venom 2, did you have the same feeling as Heath Ledger cast as Joker in The Dark Knight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I remember I was still here in Florida at the time when they announced, well, when they said Heath Ledger was going to play the Joker. I mean, yes, my first initial thought was the Brokeback Mountain guy. And they released that first picture of him, where it was just kind of all black and it just kind of showed his, just his smile. Um, I was like, okay, it's a picture, you know, um, it's all right. I'll see what it looks like when it's on film. Yes, I was a big, I love. Don't everybody knows, you follow me for a while, Batman '89 is my favorite Batman movie. It is a classic and it is probably like in my top 10. I watch it every time it's on. Love Jack Nicholson as the Joker in that movie. But I didn't like. Okay, so we're getting a new Joker. It wasn't a big deal to me at the time. And I remember when I moved up here, when I moved to Ohio at the time, we went and seen it that summer, and I was just blown away. And same thing could come happen in this movie. But the thing was, The Dark Knight is a great movie all the way around. Excuse me, sorry. Great, Dark Knight is a great movie. You know, great. Written very well, and just a great movie. So therefore, I like. So and then the Joker scenes, I really like in that movie. Heath Ledger did a phenomenal job in that movie. And the same thing could go with this movie. I could go in and I love everything about Woody Harrelson's Carnage. I would love Carnage to death in this movie. Can it save the movie? It could make it watchable for me. It really could. If he delivers a fantastic performance that I liked, and I like the Carnage that I see in this movie, it could outweigh the bad Venom vibes that I have with the movie. So that's why I always give a movie a chance before um, even trying. Before completely dissing out the movie. Like I'm not dissing it out now. I'm just saying I'm just not looking forward to it because of the Venom scenes that I've seen so far. David says Venom versus Green Lantern, which is worse. Oh man, I would have to say Green Lantern because I only watched it maybe twice. Green Lantern, and I think even the second time I didn't even make it through all that movie either. I really didn't. At least Venom, I know the character, and I know I could probably make it all the way through compared to Green Lantern. I do want to go back and watch Green Lantern again, only because it's been so long. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Venom over that one. David, why so serious? Um, Ryan says my biggest pet peeve is action stars that are action stars that are action movies they star in that their characters have no fighting experience, but out of nowhere in final fight the guy knows how to fight. I I know what you're talking about, but I can't. I'm trying to think of a movie. Give me an example of one that you are talking about, Mike, so that way I know what you're talking about. David says, I see Harrelson as possibly still in the show. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Um, I hope Woody Harrelson comes in here. He does a great job and just steals the show. He's one of my favorite parts in Zombieland because it sure. I noticed a lot of the story in Zombieland in both 1 and 2 is they um they center around Jesse Eisenberg's character, but I look more forward to the Woody Harrelson scenes. Everything to do with Woody Harrelson. I mean, he's just the show stealer. He's the more comedy in that movie, in those movies. So, um, I love Woody Harrelson as an actor. I love a lot of his movies. Um, I loved him when way back, since White Men Can't Jump, Money Train with Wesley, those movies with Wesley Snipes. He was great with working with him. Um, Natural Born Killers. I mean, you got a lot of good movies that he was in, and just yeah. Ryan says Sudden Death. Never seen Sudden Death. Sorry. I believe that's the Van Damme movie, right? You're talking about Van Damme, then. Just to be sure. Van Damme was a fireman, but turned into a martial arts hockey player. Oh my god, that would probably be a reason why maybe I never watched that one. And I'm a big Van Damme fan. I like Van Damme. I love his movies. Tom Cop. Tom Cop has always been one of my favorite ones. Of course, Bloodsport. Um, it'd be hard to rank. I think my Van Damme movies. Because I even like some of the ones that a lot of people don't like Hard Target, Cyborg. You know, Double Impact was another favorite one of mine. So Van Damme I liked, but it was like once he got to a certain point, I was done. In fact, I think it was Street Fighter. Street Fighter, after that poor performance he did in that when he was fucking basically filming that high as fuck, I was done. I was like, no, I'm done with Van Damme now. So, Red Super says, I mean, Woody Harrelson pulls off a great villain in movies, and he does. He does. He does a great villain, and that's one of my high hopes for this movie. Is like I said, there could be a movie can be really really bad, but I like um parts of the movie that will save the movie for me, where I can still watch the movie. Um, I'm trying to think of what a good recent one would be. I mean, I know a lot of people like the new Suicide Squad. I like it up to a certain point. When you get to the fucking starfish, I'm done at that point. There's a lot of scenes in that fucking movie I was not okay with. I did not like the whole Harley scene with the guy who's in charge, and of the army thing there. I didn't like that. I mean, there was things I did not like about that movie, but there was a lot of things I did like in that movie. Um, the Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad, I like a lot. I like parts of that movie. I I like everything to do with Harley and Deadshot in that movie, and some things with Captain Boomerang. Other than that, that movie's garbage. Everything to do with the fucking Joker is fucking garbage. So, but Harley and Deadshot and Captain Boomerang save that movie enough for me where I can at least go back and watch it and enjoy their scenes. That's a great example. David says that does sound like your typical Jackie Chan movie. Oh my god. Ron says my advice for movie production is trying to make live video game adaptations is don't make it. I have not seen the trailer for the Resident Evil that Robert and Adam have watched. Have not seen that, so don't know how I feel about that. I liked, like for me personally, I liked the first Resident Evil movie, but then again, I've never played the games. So for me, I watched them as a movie, as a zombie movie. First one, I like it. I like the story that they tell. CG doesn't hold up today. The second one, felt very video game-ish to me, and I like it, but I tuned out of it. And of course, once you get into the third one, yeah, that I don't count anything after Apocalypse on that. Mortal Kombat, what the original is a classic, one of the best video game movies that we've gotten. Sonic is a good video game movie. I like Sonic. Um, I know they said Detective Pikachu is, yeah, that's a video game movie. I like that one to a degree. It's not one I want to always go back and watch, but it's enjoyable. That's one because my son's into Pokemon. Um, but I mean, there's been a lot of bad ones, a lot of bad ones, and you can tell when a good actor or actress cannot save a movie. Like Michael Fassbender could not save Assassin's Creed. Angelina Jolie could not save the Tomb Raider movies. And of course, the new Tomb Raider was even worse. So David says at least put more thought into a game adaptation, though it's not 100% true to the games. People will trash it. Sorry, people will trash it outright. Um, that's the truth. That's the truth. Um, I because they've been saying they're gonna make a Halo movie recently and everything, and I haven't seen nothing on that. But I think they're making a series instead. Um, I haven't played video games in a long time. The only one for me playing video games, it was always Mortal Kombat, football, racing games, fighting games. So that's really all I played. Then I got a 360, and Robert, my brother, got me into Halo. So I love Halo, and I played those games. And then I was really into the Left 4 Dead uh, games. I wish they would actually make a movie of Left 4 Dead. I wish they would make another fucking Left 4 Dead game. I'd actually buy a new system, probably, if they made a new Left 4 Dead, 3 or something, or just a whole new game or something. I love those movies. I mean, those games. Those are fun for me. But yeah, Prince of Persia was a fucking bad movie too. Ryan says Harley Quinn character was getting old for me quick from Suicide Squad. Wow, I can't talk. I'm glad Margot Robbie putting aside Harley Quinn character. She wants to do another one. They actually want to make a Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy movie. That is what the rumor is right now, and they're working on that. David says, ever watch Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal? I did watch that movie once. Once. I don't think I can watch it again. I think it was an all right movie from what I remember. It wasn't fantastic enough for me to want to rewatch it. So, that one's out. Ryan says, well, the one exception of the rule of live video games movies is James Bond movies. Well, James Bond was before video games, but yes, GoldenEye was a classic. I remember going over my friends when I was in high school, and we could go over there and just play. We got to the point where we couldn't play each other. We'd all, I remember we'd get in a map. We know the map so damn well, and I remember just getting proximity mines and just setting them off, or having them ready. So I'd be like, all right, come get me. But he knew where I was because we're on a split screen. So we just basically, and he'd do the same thing. So we're just sitting there waiting for the other person to come. That's why I like online now, by the way. But I remember that class. David says series of Halo would work better, and I think that's what they're working with for. I think that's what they're aiming at right now. They're making actually a Halo series, so we'll have to see how that pans out and turns out. I don't. I never actually played this. I never played the storyline in Halos. It Halos was always just I got on that for the multiplayer. Just getting on there and playing against everybody because that was the first online game I ever played with other people and everything. And I just thought it was fucking fantastic, and I really got into it. And I got all the way to playing. I mean, when Reach came out, I went and bought Reach and played the hell out of that. And then Halo 4 came out. I didn't get that right away, but I ended up getting it. and then I got Halo 5 when I got the my Xbox One. So when Halo Infinite comes out, more than likely I am getting it, but it'll probably be on my Xbox One, unless they make it where now they, because it was supposed to come out both on Xbox One and also on the new one. So I don't know if they're changing it or not. I haven't kept up with shit like that. So of course, if it does, I'll be playing it. Ninjoy comes in and says, "Hey, what's up, Chris? How have you caught up on Stargirl Pro? Episode 4 was great." Well, thank you for coming in, Ninjoy. I appreciate it. But no, I have still yet to watch episode 2, 3, and now 4. I am busy, and and how do I put this? When I'm on my lunch, I have an hour lunch, and I choose to watch my fantasy football stuff. I just have my drafts and stuff like that, so I keep up with my football. So I use that for my lunch, and then I usually watch a movie or something, movie or show with my wife. After I get off of work and we eat dinner and all that, and then when everybody goes to bed about 9 o'clock, by 9 o'clock everybody's in bed. That's when I will watch a show or a movie, or some get caught up on stuff like that, because that's my time. But like tonight, I'm streaming, so therefore that cuts into that time, because I like to get on here with you guys and talk to you guys. So like tonight though, I decided to watch, instead of catching up on Stargirl. Maybe what I'll do is I'll wait until it's all done, and then I'll binge it like I did the first season. Um, no, it's probably not what's going to happen. But I ended up watching an older movie tonight. I watched The Lawnmower Man. I haven't seen that movie probably since I was a kid, so therefore that's the reason why I was watching that. And like I said, it's also because I'm streaming tonight. So I might, since I'm not going to be going to see Shang-Chi tomorrow night, and I do have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, especially tomorrow night, I might catch up tomorrow night, since I know I won't be streaming, and I won't be getting on like Rob's stream or anything, because I haven't seen the movie. So that's probably what's going to be. Hey, Zach, how's it going, sir? Understandable, says Nerdroid. Zach says, with Venom being PG-13 and Halloween Kills still being an R-rated bloodbath, and the fact that it's a Halloween film actually coming out around Halloween, I think Halloween Kills has this in the bag. As much as I would love to say it does, it won't. Because Venom will make more money than Halloween. I hope Halloween makes more money than Venom, but it's gonna be big. Because Venom's gonna make more PG-13. It has more audience can go see that movie. And the thing is, like, the kids who do want to go see Halloween, go buy a Venom ticket and go into Halloween. So, but Venom gets the money for it. So naturally, that's what's going to happen. Unfortunately, Zach says it's bound to attract the larger audience. Halloween will. It will attract a big audience. They both released back in 2018. They both released in 2018, but they were weeks apart, and they both were massive successes. So, but now being released on the same date, 3 years later, people are going to choose. A lot of people ain't got a lot of money and can go see both. There is, people who will have to choose which one that they're going to go see. I'm going to be, like I said earlier in the stream, I'll probably end up actually going to see Halloween that weekend with my family, because we all like Halloween. Whereas to me and my daughter are the only ones who care for Venom, or care for the Venom Carnage characters. So I'm probably end up going to watch Venom on Thursday night preview. That's just probably what's going to end up happening. So I'll watch Venom before I watch Halloween, unfortunately. And it's going to kill me too, because I'm going to want to go into Halloween. Andrew says, I saw Doctor Strange. What if, man, was it insane? I haven't watched it yet, so I have no idea what you're talking about. So Have you seen episode 4? What if? I haven't watched it yet. I haven't. I've only watched episodes 1 and 3. I skipped 2 because I was having Rob on that night um for 3, so that way I had something to discuss that night. So that's the only reason I watched it. So I'm behind on What If as well. So Stargirl and What If I'm behind on, guys. So sorry about that. Andrew says for Doctor Strange, it's instead of losing the use of his hands in the car crash, he loses his love, Christine. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll find out when I watch that episode. Zach says I would hold a huge grudge against Venom for outdoing a Halloween film during Halloween time. Unfortunately, it will. I know it will. I know it will. And it's going to suck. But I look at it this way. We already know we're going to get another Halloween movie. We're getting Halloween Ends next year. So if that is the final Michael Myers movie that comes out next year, I'm all right with it because at least I know I'm getting another one. I'm at least getting one more. Venom, I don't care. I don't care. The next Venom Carnage movie I want to see is with Spider-Man. God damn it! I want to see Maximum Carnage. And who's with me? Sorry, Chris. Andrew says, but Zach also says, like how I hold a grudge against Avatar for outgrossing Titanic. Um, Titanic, man. Avatar. The thing is, I mean, it just depends on what people want to see. I mean, Avatar was a huge thing at the time. It was driven by 3D and just the visuals. I mean, the visuals alone. Yeah, it was Fern Gully, Dances with Wolves, basically what it was. But I mean, it was good. Titanic was a classic and a great movie for when it came out and everything. I remember when it came out, I took a date, got smacked in the theater. So, all because I hated Leonardo DiCaprio. Even though I think the man's a good actor now, I hated him back then. Because all the girls, I think, swooned for him and everything. So, yeah. Um, but yeah, all right, guys, I'm going to call it probably about, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, unless maybe some super chats come in, because I'm going to want to get to bed here soon. Got to work still, but I work from home, so I guess it's all good. Um, but still, got to get sleep. But yes, PG-13 Venom. Again, I'm all right with it as long as it's a good movie. As long as it's a good movie, I'm all right with it, and I can deal with it. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button on this video. Um, if you're catching this later on, just let me know what you guys think of it. I know, like I said, one of the big reasons why I changed my topic, it was supposed to be Hawkeye. Tonight I was going to talk about the Hawkeye series, but when I seen that they gave it a PG-13, and then I seen what people were commenting on how they were like, just basically looked like they were going to go rioting because it wasn't rated R. This bullshit should be fucking rated R. This ain't my Carnage. Carnage wasn't like that in the books. He was bad, but you didn't see the shit. I know. I think they did read. They drawed him later, where he was like it kind of showed a little bit more gore for him, but I mean they're not real gory, so I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, I'll watch Stargirl, guys. I'll try to get caught up this weekend on that, and that way I'm up to date on it. Because, and then I keep hearing good things about the Doctor Strange episode of What If. So I'll give that a go. That's only 30 minutes. So depending on what I'm doing tomorrow, I'll try to catch everything up. So, because I won't be able to go see Shang-Chi. And I kind of wanted to too. I was actually, if I couldn't get nobody to go, I was going to go by myself because wife and kids were not actually interested in going to see this. Um, it wasn't until my sister-in-law, I was going to go end up going with them, sister and brother-in-law, and so when they decided to go, now my wife's going, so which is all right, which is good. I like that. I like going to see movies with her and everything. So, um, well, yeah, I don't know shit about Shang-Chi, so it's all gonna be new to me. But it's a Marvel movie, so I'm expecting good things out of it. I really am. They did state where it is expected to make close to 100 million opening weekend. That's the estimate right now. That it will make 100 mil or close to 100 million. Which, if it does, then it's going to be. Then it's a. I would say it's a success at that point. Because by the second week it'd make 150. But the thing is, I mean, at least it's going to make what it ain't going to make Captain Marvel money, but it'll make what Doctor Strange, what I was discussing on last night on Robert's stream. It'll make what Doctor Strange did, which was around 90 some million. So I know my estimate's 80. So here's open. Here's open. Open for a good movie. 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes, and then I'll call it out. No one's sending in any chats right now. But yeah, I like getting on here with you guys and chatting with you guys about this stuff, and I will miss the next couple days, but eventually I'll talk about the Hawkeye. I got the nice thumbnail made for it. I just never can seem to get to that video. um, I did release a Doctor Strange video today where I give my first look, and my thoughts on multiverse and in the multiverse of madness. So make sure you're checking that out, guys. Zach says, I'm more excited for Halloween Kills than No Way Home because, unlike No Way Home, Halloween Kills has an original plot line going for it. Wow. No Way Home, I love Halloween. I love Halloween movies. I'm a big Halloween fan. But I'm a bigger Spider-Man fan. So for me, No Way Home is definitely now my top movie of the year I'm looking forward to. Actually, Halloween Kills still never was my top movie I was looking forward to. Ghostbusters was my number one movie that I was looking forward to. By the way, they did move that already as well. It is now pushed back another week. They pushed it back from November 11th to November 19th. So, yeah, that happened. And then they moved Top Gun to next year again. So Top Gun has been supposed to come out since 2020. Is now going to be 2022 before we ever see that movie. I was never a big fan of the first one, so that won't bother me none. And they're moving Mission Impossible 7 back as well. But yeah, Halloween Kills, No Way Home, and Ghostbusters are my three and most anticipated movies that have been this year all together. They were definitely the top three. So, No Way Home only because it was at the bottom until the trailer. I'll give you that. It was at the bottom till the trailer, and the trailer got me more excited, and now it's like number one. Zach says with the whole town of Haddonfield going all lynched by Michael Myers. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm sorry. Whereas No Way Home, I know what I'm going to get. Another safe, predictable, inoffensively okay time at the movies. Well, to each his own. I mean, really, it is. Because Halloween Kills is you already know it's going to leave off in a cliffhanger, and that's the only part I feel is going to bug the shit out of me about Halloween Kills is the fact that it's going to leave off in that cliffhanger because we're getting Halloween Ends next year. So that's going to bother me with that movie, and that's going to suck. But No Way Home, I don't know what I'm really getting with that movie. I kind of know what I'm getting, but I don't. So that's just me. Um, yeah, it's going to be more. Yeah, Halloween Kills. I mean, it's more gory. It's a horror movie. It's two different genres. Two different genres. Halloween Kills will probably be my favorite horror movie of the year. Spider Man could be my favorite movie of the year. To be honest, I don't even know what my fucking favorite movie of the year is right now. I'd have to actually go look up the list. Andrew says, I'm gonna get the Raimi Spider-Man universe back. Oh my god! I actually watched Andrew. I actually watched Spider-Man One with Tobey Maguire the other yesterday. Well, actually, it took me 2 days to watch it, but I watched it, and just because I wanted to watch all the Green Goblin scenes. I mean, a lot of it's still so cringy now. You know, you got to think that movie's almost 20 years old. Next year is 20 years old. That is just, to me, that's another thing. That is fucking insane that movie's 20 years old. Um, because I remember when it came out and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love it because it's the first Spider-Man movie, live action we got. So, of course, I love it. And then of course, I'm going to say this is probably the last chat. Andrew says Tobey Maguire, Willem Dafoe, and Alfred Molina all back in this is awesome, and that is absolutely true. I gotta hold on. I gotta hit on this one, I guess. Let me guess, Chris. It sucked. Your opinion. I won't attack you for it. No, no. I like rewatching it. I really did. Just some of the stuff doesn't hold up today. Because it was, again, you're looking at almost a 20-year-old movie. Some of it does. I'm fine with some of it. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm like, this was my first, live action Spider-Man movie, and I still love the movie. I still love the movie. It's neat sometimes to go back and rewatch these movies, especially if you haven't watched them in a long time. Um, because I know I did not too long ago. In fact, when I knew that Alfred Molina was casted for No Way Home, I went ahead and watched Spider-Man 2 again. And yes, it's still a good movie. I think it's overhyped still is one of the better Spider-Mans. I still prefer 1 over 2, but that's me. I know the reason why I prefer 1 over 2. And that's because I've always been a villain guy. Green Goblin is one of my favorite villains of anything. So therefore, I'm going to follow that. And just to watch Willem Dafoe play that character, and I was just noticing different things this time around, and that was just one of the biggest things I noticed when I was rewatching this movie was the different things I was noticing that I didn't notice before in this movie. When I talk too much, I can tell, regardless if I have a drink or not. My throat likes to lock up and shit on me. So definitely going to probably go ahead and call it a night, guys. I do appreciate all you guys coming in tonight and chatting with me on this. Venom PG-13, guys. It didn't seem like you guys were too affected by it. I was expecting a little bit more hate on it, but I think you guys who are always in here with me, you guys kind of understand and know it doesn't have to be, but we all would like it to be, but doesn't necessarily have to be. At least I know that's where I am. But again, thank you guys for coming in. Leave it, and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. And until next time, guys, I will see you guys on Sunday when I review Shang-Chi.